The silence amplifies my nervousness under their scrutinizing gaze. Detective One breaks the silence, his voice sharp. So, tell us again, in your own words, what happened that night. The weight of their expectations crushes me as I prepare to recount the events. Under a canopy of stars, the beach whispers secrets to the night as Claire and I, younger and carefree, find solace in shared laughter. I made a mistake. A big one. Promise you'll never tell anyone. I listen. The cool sand a silent witness beneath my back, as Claire's words hang in the starlit air. My solemn vow seals our youthful pact, binding us together under the watchful gaze of the stars. I solemnly swear, sealing our bond. The gentle waves crash rhythmically as the night air carries away our whispered secrets and laughter. My small, messy apartment is now a scene of intrusive chaos as uniformed police officers ransack my personal space. Detective 2, her face etched with stern resolve, displays a damning piece of evidence sealed in plastic. Her piercing gaze demands answers. This puts you at the scene. Can you explain? Panic tightens its grip, constricting my throat as the walls close in. I must find a way out. Under the stark fluorescent lights of the interrogation room, I sit across from the detectives, my voice trembling with suppressed fear. I break the silence, the words escaping like a reluctant confession. Actually, I wasn't alone that night. I begin spinning Claire's story, twisting the truth to fit my own narrative, painting a vivid picture of a night that never was. The detectives lean in, their expressions sharpening with rapt attention as they become ensnared in my meticulously crafted web of lies. Each word I utter is a calculated step deeper into the deception, building a facade so convincing it threatens to eclipse the truth. The room hangs heavy with the weight of my fabricated confession, the detectives completely engrossed in the false narrative I have woven. The interrogation room is heavy with unspoken tension, the air thick with anticipation. Detectives exchange a loaded glance, a silent acknowledgement passing between them. Detective 1 nods curtly, a subtle signal that tightens the room's atmosphere. That's quite a story. And you're sure about this? Detective 1 asks, his tone laced with doubt. I nod emphatically, a wave of relief washing over me, as they appear to accept my fabricated confession. Emerging from the stern facade of the police station, I take a breath. A wave of liberation washes over me, as if the very air lightens. The heavy weight on my shoulders eases, replaced by a fragile hope. But in the distance, a figure emerges clear, her expression an enigma. Her presence is a stark reminder that freedom may be an illusion. The weight returns, heavier this time, as our eyes meet across the divide. He attempts to reach Claire by phone, the call unanswered, a growing unease settling in. Driven by hope, he arrives at their familiar coffee shop, eyes scanning the space for a sign of her. Claire appears, but the warmth in her eyes is gone, replaced by a chilling coldness that cuts deep. The silence hangs heavy between them as Claire's single word, "Why?" pierces the air. The unspoken question lingers, casting a shadow over their once familiar sanctuary. The rich aroma of roasted coffee fills the air, a stark contrast to the bitter words about to be exchanged. Claire's voice cracks with emotion. You swore you'd never tell. The hum of the coffee shop fades as Claire's disappointment becomes palpable. Her voice, laced with pain, echoes, You betrayed me. The weight of unspoken words hangs heavy between them as the background fades into a blur. Weeks dissolve into a haze of unanswered calls and ignored messages as the city echoes with a profound emptiness. The sudden ring of the doorbell shatters the silence, promising an unforeseen encounter. In a moment of stark silence, Claire stands at the threshold, her gaze averted, her expression unreadable. She extends her hand, silently offering a diary, a silent testament to untold stories. In the solitude of my apartment, I open the diary, its pages whispering secrets of the past. Claire's handwriting dances across the pages, each word a fragment of her soul laid bare. A sudden chill races down my spine as Claire's last words echo in the silent room. If you wanted to wear my truth so badly, now you can live with it. The rude awakening begins with sirens and flashing lights invading the room. Groggy, I reach for the remote, a desperate attempt to make sense of the chaos. The TV flickers to life, the screen illuminating my face with an unsettling glow. My heart leaps as my name blazes across the news ticker, a beacon of unwanted attention. The headline spells out a new accusation, twisting the knife of injustice. Outside my apartment, the street is a frenzy of flashing cameras and clamoring reporters. The headlines blare. Woman admits to friend's crime. The evidence, once clear, now twists into a dark distortion. I am now cast as the prime suspect in Claire's secret, a role I never wanted, never anticipated. In the confines of my apartment, the news inundates every screen, each channel dissecting my confession with relentless scrutiny. The world outside condemns me, convinced of my guilt in Claire's crime, as my apartment becomes a prison of public opinion. Each news segment dissects my motives, revealing a betrayal that now defines me in the eyes of the masses. I am trapped, the relentless cycle of judgment closing in. My apartment now, a stark reminder of my isolation and perceived guilt. Confined within the stark interrogation room, the weight of undeniable evidence presses in. Claire's diary sits ominously on the table, each page a silent accusation. The detectives remain unmoved, their gazes unwavering as they hold my confession. The walls seem to close in, the room filled with the heavy silence of judgment. In this stark interrogation room, Detective One's fierce intensity fills the silence. The resounding slam of the file shatters the tense calm, reverberating through the room. Detective One leans in, the weight of accusation heavy in the air. You thought you could use her secret to save yourself? You were wrong. Detective One's voice cuts through the silence, revealing the devastating truth. You just buried yourself deeper. The echo of Detective One's words lingers, sealing the suspect's fate in the suffocating confines of the room. I am alone in the dimly lit jail cell, the cold seeping into my bones. The reality of my choice crushes me. The worst confession was indeed the one that was never mine to make. I am drowning in the weight of a stolen truth. The darkness of the jail cell mirrors the darkness within.